Are you struggling on figuring out which plug-in goes where on your wiring harness? Well, this is Eric with Parts Doctor, and today we're going to show you how to replace the lower wiring harness on your Whirlpool washer. These instructions also apply to some other Whirlpool Corporation brands, including Maytag, Amana, and more. If you need to purchase a new lower wire harness for your Whirlpool washer, you can check out our website, partsdoctor.com, where we sell parts for all major appliance brands. Here at Parts Doctor, we only sell authentic, genuine parts sourced directly from the manufacturer. The lower wire harness assembly connects the washer's electrical components to the main control board. These components include the drain pump, drive motor, shift actuator, and more. If any part of the washer's wiring harness or electrical components become damaged, corroded, or burned, the entire wiring harness should be replaced. Also note that the individual sections of the wiring harness are not sold separately. After replacing this, it is very important to run the washer's calibration cycle. You can watch the instructions on how to run the calibration cycle at the end of this video. For this repair, disconnect power and water to the washer. When working inside the washer, be careful as it has sharp edges. Using a 1/4 inch nut driver, remove these 3 screws on the back of the washer. Then, pull the harness cover away from the washer and set it aside for later. Open the washer's lid. Using a flathead screwdriver, gently depress the hinge on the right side of the washer as you lift the lid. Then, slide the lid to the right as you lift to remove it. 2 clips hold the console assembly to the washer. Looking through the slot that the door sits in, depress one of them using a flathead screwdriver while lifting on the console to free that side. Then, repeat the process with the other clip. Next, lift the console assembly and rotate the top forward, being careful as it is still connected by an electrical connector. Then, disconnect the encoder boards. Using your phone, take a picture of the electrical connectors to reference later. Then, gently depress the retaining tabs and disconnect the wiring harness from the main control board. Next, gently remove the pressure hose from the main control board. Then, using a 1/4 inch nut driver, remove the screw holding the ground wire in place. Then, on the back of the washer, remove the screw holding the hose assembly to the back panel. Using a flathead screwdriver, gently depress the retaining tab on the hose assembly and press it through the back panel. Then, using a 1/4 inch nut driver, remove the 7 screws holding the back panel in place. Gently lean the back panel back away from the washer until you are able to lift it up and off. Then, using a flathead screwdriver, gently pry open this clip holding the lower wiring harness and hose in place. Next, carefully pull the wiring harness and pressure hose free from the top panel. Then, use a flathead screwdriver to remove the clips holding the pressure hose and wiring harness to the outer basket. Then, gently pull on the pressure hose to remove it from the outer basket. Then, using a 5/16 driver, remove the screw holding the harness to the outer basket. Then, carefully flip the washer onto its front on a soft surface to avoid scratching or damaging it. Using a 5/16 socket, remove the 2 screws holding the pulley cover in place. Then disconnect the shift actuator and motor run capacitor. Firmly pull on the wiring harness to remove it from the motor run capacitor's bracket. Then disconnect the drive motor and remove the wiring harness from the gear case. Next, open the drain pump by pulling here to access the electrical connector. Then, depress the retaining tab and pull the electrical connector to disconnect it. Next, remove the wires from the retaining tab on the side of the drain pump. Next, press forward on the clip holding the wiring harness to the gear case. Then, rotate it down until the plastic is free from the metal clip. Then, use a pair of needle nose pliers to pinch the middle of the clip and pull it off of the gear case. Next, remove the final clip on the bottom of the basket here. If you need to purchase a new lower wiring harness, you can check our website, partsfactor.com. We'll leave a link in the description below. You want to make sure that you're searching with the model number from the tag on your washer to make sure you're getting the correct part. To install, feed the top of the wiring harness and pressure hose through the back panel. Then, take the other side of the wiring harness and feed it through the bottom of the washer. Next, connect the drain pump with the blue and black cable and close the housing. Make sure to place the wires behind the retaining tab. Then, reconnect the drive motor and press the retaining tab back into the gear case. Next, reconnect the motor run capacitor with the orange, yellow, and red wires. Then, connect the shift actuator with the other connector. Next, secure the wiring harness to the capacitor's bracket. Then, secure the black clip to the gear case here. And the red clip to the washer's outer basket here. Next, reconnect the pulley cover shield to the gear case. Next, stand the washer back upright. Find the black clip on the wiring harness and align it to this tab on the outer basket here and install the screw. Attach the bottom of the pressure sensor's hose to the outer basket. Then align the red clip on the hose to the outer basket here. Ensure that the hose is not kinked or attached at a right angle. Next, attach the other clip on the wiring harness here on the outer basket. Then align the wiring harness and the pressure hose to this clip and press it closed. Align the back panel to the back of the washer at an angle so that the bottom retainers slide onto the frame of the washer. Then grab the hose assembly and align the lip on the bottom of it to the back panel. Next, pull it forward until the retaining clip snaps into place. Then reinstall the screw. Then reinstall the 7 screws holding the back panel in place. Next, reference the photos from earlier and reinstall the harness to the control board. Then gently press the pressure sensor hose onto the main control board. Then screw the ground wire in place here on the top panel. Then connect the encoder board to the main control board. Next, align the console to the washer and push into place. Reinstall the screws and the harness cover. Next, align the hinge on the lid to the slot on the washer. Then, depress the hinge on the right side and slide the lid into place. Then, reconnect the washer and run the factory calibration cycle. To run the cycle, make sure the washer is in standby mode with all the LEDs off and the lid closed. Press key 1, key 2, key 1, key 2 within 8 seconds of each other, with key 1 being temp and key 2 being rinse on our model of washer. The washer then will confirm that it has entered service mode by all the LEDs blinking one time, and then the lid will lock. Then rotate the encoder knob one step. Then press all the keys 1 through 6. When successfully completing, the lid will unlock. Next, open and close the lid to initialize the factory cycle. When the cycle is running, do not disturb the washer or remove power, or you will need to restart the process. The cycle will run from 2 to 4 minutes. You will know when the cycle completes when the LEDs turn off and the lid unlocks. And now that you got those wires under control, that's it for today's video. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. And for more videos like this, please consider subscribing.